Hey, my energy lovers. I just wanted to get on here to do a blog about making connections with energy and mental health, because I know that I made a big claim to you guys about everybody's an empath and telepath, and that I think that it really affects mental health issues more than what people realize or so. So I need to make sure that I back it up, basically. So, and I promise you guys, I'm gonna get with more of my diagrams and stuff like that, video editing, trying to make sure that I have like actual pictures and stuff like that. It takes a lot longer time than for me just to get up here and tell you guys basically what is going on and stuff. As I said before, when I had my episode with my ex, who was trying to basically get out me, he was using hypnosis on me and stuff, and he was very crafty in the spiritual world and on spirituality and voodooism and things of that nature. When he did that to me, I was a mental health caseworker for the state. And so, basically you wasn't going to get out me and I just get over it and stuff like that and just, I'm free and going on about my life. No, I know you did it. I now gotta prove that you did this to me. You ain't just finna get away scot-free. What basically he did, because really what can you do? But I made the connections, basically. So, okay. So, long story short. Okay, so making connections between the conscious energy and mental health issues. Now, mind you, I am not a mental health professional. Okay, I never got my master's. Okay, I never had the chance to do the long-term practicum with studying psychiatric patients and things of that nature. Okay, these are just my observations. I ask you to please study them. Please research everything that I talk about. Some of them are findable. Some of them are just you have to do your own observations and put together the connections yourself and stuff. So we already know that everybody puts off electromagnetic energy. We already know that we share energy between each other and stuff. We already know that our thoughts are influenced by the energy that's around us. Okay. So the way I like to look at this electromagnetic energy, I like to think of this as little electrons that are floating around in the air that radiate from your body. So just imagine little balls of energy, okay? But because they radiate from your heart at a pulsating rate, it comes from the center of you and it kind of spreads around you. So therefore, it kind of makes a circle. There's a bunch of little balls that burst out from your body, and they kind of make a circle as they do, and they make a pulsating circle as they go. They're making waves and frequencies and things like that. Your waves and frequencies are connected and interacting with other people's waves and frequencies. But because your heart is the biggest generator for your thoughts and energy and stuff, what you believe, what you feel and stuff like that, is the biggest influencer on you. Okay, so yes, I've said that. So, basically what that means is we're transmitting energy between each other, but because we don't realize that we are sharing this energy, a lot of us are perceiving this energy as ourselves, as us. So even the reason why we don't realize that we're communicating with each other, even if we pass by somebody and we do pick up on that energy, like we say that a lot of people, if you walk into a room and somebody's sad, you're gonna feel they're sad and stuff like that. But if you think about your thoughts before that moment, a lot of people are not gonna think, I'm picking up receptors from a person that's sad in the room or something, or I'm getting thoughts in my head of why did he do this to me? You realize it's another person. Most people are going to think of something that makes them sad because they can only perceive it. They don't think that they're telepaths. Their mind only does what you tell it. They don't think that they're telepaths. They think that they're only thinking about themselves. They're only thinking about things that are inside their heart. They're self-centered. And not to say that I'm, in a bad way. I'm just saying a self-centered person, their mindset is only thinking about themselves. And so when I use self-centered, I'm only using that for observational purpose, scientific purpose. I'm not saying that the person's conceited or anything like that. I'm just saying that with their mindset, they're not thinking that they're a telepath or their perceived energy. They're just thinking that their thoughts are just their thoughts, and it's not being influenced by anybody. So when you think of that terms, the thoughts that you're going to have are things of yourself I'm sad. I went through this with somebody. He broke my heart or so like that, you know. So that energy is just going to bounce off of each other and stuff. And you're just going to sit there with thoughts of yourself. So when you're around somebody else that's in the house that is also going through a depressive situation or something like that, you're going to start to think of depressive situations, and it's going to affect your energy and things. Another thing is when you are highly elevated, but you do have a self-centered mindset and you're not aware that we're supposed to be telepaths, but you are picking up strong receptions of other people, I really feel like there is a possibility that some people are picking up voices, they're picking up receptions from other people and stuff, but because they don't understand what's going on, their mind is perceiving it as something that is attacking them or messing with them or hurting them in some kind of way. Or it could be, it doesn't even have to be hurting them, it just is perceiving it as something that is not what it is, but it is still the same energy that is that's being put out in the air by other people. Or it doesn't have to be a person that you're directly next to, because if you think about electromagnetic energy, that's going to keep flowing through the air. Energy is live. Like this energy in the air right now, we can't see it, we can't feel it, but this energy all in the air right now. So you're going to pick up on that energy and you're going to perceive it. Your thoughts is basically the perception of the energy that's around you, whether it's in the air or whether it comes directly from you. That's basically what's going on. So when you're a person that feels energy, you feel it being pulled here and being pulled there, but you don't really know what's going on. No one told you there's a chance that you might be spiritual. No one told you there's a chance that you might be picking up on energy, because they don't really understand it themselves. How would they know to tell you and stuff, you know? Your mind, regardless of what you want, your mind is going to jump at that energy and it's going to pick up on that energy and stuff, you know, because your mind is just a computer. It's just a computer that translates that energy and is trying to tell you what it is. But because you're confused about what it is, it's coming through in a confusing manner. Your mind tells you your mind does exactly what you tell it. So if you're confused, the energy is coming to you in a confusing manner, and that is what is being perceived in your head. It's something that is confusing. Okay, so when you have energy that flows through the air from another person, if that person's energy is really, really strong, it can really pierce through your energy and come through more direct. Okay, let me not even go there. Okay, so because like I say, our heart and generator is closest to us, whatever like that, like as energy goes through the ear, thoughts are translated and it kind of changes and changes to what you think it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. Just like the game that we play in elementary school in gym class, when we would all line up and the teacher would tell us something in the first person's ear and we would whisper it, and by the time it got to that last person, it comes out as something completely different, because you said what you thought, you perceived that a different way. And so that's how energy works. It leaves one person's mind and it goes in the ear and it goes to you, and by the time it gets to you, it's going to be perceived the way you think that your mind is supposed to be perceiving this energy. And that's why it changes. That's why sometimes it comes through differently. That's why we don't realize that we're all telepaths and empaths and stuff like that, because the energy is just kind of being switched by our perception. So I really feel like I really think it's an impossible task, but maybe if we all got on the same page or something like that, and we all perceive energy clearly the way it's supposed to be and stuff like that, like maybe we would be walking in the age of how our ancestors was, because I am a believer, if you guys are wondering. I do believe that ancient centuries, years and years and years ago, that our ancestors walked around with powers and gifts and abilities and stuff, and it was a normal thing and stuff, because if that's not true, I believe in that concept because of what's basically going on. If that's not true, then why do we all naturally have this energy that's already been scientifically recognized? And everything that I'm saying, it's not anything that's weird, some kind of concept that I just made up or something like that. If you just think about it, it makes sense. It really does. And I'm just explaining it in a way that lets everybody realize, hey, wake up, guys. This is real, okay? Because we are inadvertently messing with each other's head by not recognizing it. Or you're leaving yourself to get taken advantage in a get out moment with a guy that does realize that it's real and thinks that you don't, and would take advantage of you, because that is true, sadly enough. Leave comments, leave questions in the comments, please. If you guys have any thoughts or ideas, things that you've ever thought about, question, wonder, or whatever like that, and would like for me to research and look up more or whatever, or I might already know, just let me know. All right, bye.